Hi everyone, welcome to our presentation about hardening an online book library web application from SQL ingestion. We are Group F and our team members are Eldos George, Mohammad Shahin Batisha, Sandra Thomas, Jimmy Simon and myself Aishwarya Shajikumar. Key components of our project are creating an online book library website, pushing the website to the cloud in AWS EC2, and securing the website from SQL ingestion. While various vulnerabilities, as outlined by OWASP top 10 list, present the potential risk, we decided to select SQL ingestion as a primary focus of our project within the SOX Technologies initiative. Here, SQL ingestion stands as one of the most pervasive and damaging vulnerabilities faced by web applications. It occurs when attackers manipulate input fields to inject malicious SQL queries into an application's database. These exploitations can lead to unauthorized access, data exposure, data manipulation, and even potential data loss. Web applications that process users' input and interact with databases are particularly susceptible to SQL ingestion attacks. The ubiquity of such applications make SQL ingestion a prominent target of malicious actors. Decision to focus exclusively on SQL ingestion for the SOX Technologies project is rooted in its prevalence, devastating impact, and potential for real-world damage. This targeted approach aligns with the project goals, delivers educational and practical benefit, and the positions SOX Technologies to create a secure web application that effectively address the risk posed by this critical vulnerability. Moving to next session, the SOX Technologies project has achieved a resounding success by completing its multi-phase attempt to create a secure web application for an online book library. This comprehensive project focused on fortifying users' privacy, preventing unauthorized access, mitigating data breaches, and countering SQL ingestion attacks. By combining careful planning, creative technology implementation, and dedicated effort, SOX Technologies has not only achieved its goal but has also gone above and beyond its establishing a secure online environment for its users. Journey begins with phase 1, laying the foundation, where the foundation of the secure web application was carefully crafted. Employing a strategic approach, the project incorporated the following key components. For front-end development, HTML, CSS, and JavaScripts are used. Used PHP for backend, and MySQL was chosen as the database management system. The rigorous testing and refinement were conducted on a local host. And finally, the AWS EC2 was seamlessly integrated, laying the groundwork for scalability and accessibility. When moving to phase 2, security and accessibility is getting elevated. The project reached new heights by implementing advanced security measures and expanding accessibilities. During this phase, we also accomplished the following significant milestone. First one is transfer to AWS EC2, which involved migrating the source code to AWS EC2. Second is MySQL and SSL were seamlessly integrated to AWS EC2 environment to ensure both data security and encrypted communication. The next is WAF rules empowerment. AWS application firewall rule were established, providing an additional layer to defend against potential threats. Most importantly, the implementation of a load balancer and reverse proxy enhanced system performance and protected against malicious incoming traffic. Finally, the public launch, making it accessible to a wider audience. Key feature of our website are following. First is subscription, where user can create accounts and keep track of their order. Second, browse products, where user can search for their desired books. And finally, payments and checkouts, which include payment using debit or credit card, and then confirming products and checkouts can be done. Next, we will look into detailed video demonstration. This is our website. As mentioned above, here we can search for books and purchase books using card and read books after purchase. Clicking on the Discover More option grants access to a collection of books where we can select particular book for registration, and a registration option will be populating. Here, users can input essential details such as name, phone number, email ID, password, and address. Upon submission, an OTP is dispatched to the registered email ID. After completion of registration, next page of OTP will be popping up where we need to enter the OTP which is sent to the email ID used at the time of registration. For instance, here OTP is sent to email ID jimmysimon88 at gmail.com. So after OTP page, it will directly take us to a profile page. There we have an option like home and browse. We see a large number of books available in the library. When we click on browse, we have a choice to search for any books we need. For instance, when we search for the book with keyword Gust, we can see the book named Gust. When we click on the book displayed on the dashboard, it will redirect us to another page where we can see an option buy now, and it's also show a brief content of the book. When click on the buy now option, a payment page will be appear where we can enter credit card or debit card details like card number, date of expiry, card name holder for purchasing of the book. Card used for this purchase is a one-time use gift card. After successful confirmation of payment, book will be get opened for the reader to use. As shown in the video, we can go through the entire content of the book, where it is displaying from the first page to the last page of the book, where the user can read the book as per their convenience. Another scenario is that when we go back to the dashboard and trying again to open the book we purchased, it will directly get open for the user for the reading. Here we are trying to demonstrate an attack. For that purpose, we are searching for a particular book. For instance, here we are looking for a keyword yellow, and the book name yellow face appeared on the dashboard, and we can see the details of the book there. For securing the website, here we have implemented WOF rules. Now we can get more details into the WOF rules. We have added 4 rules for securing the website. The first is AWS Managed Rule SQLI rule, second is AWS Managed Rule PHP rule, and the third one is AWS Managed Rule Linux rule, and fourth is Rate Limit Load Balancer. Getting into details, AWS Managed SQLI rule set. It contains rules that allows us to block request pattern associated with exploitation of SQL database, like SQL ingestion attacks, which helps preventing remote ingestion of unauthorized queries. The next is AWS Managed Rule PHP rule set. It contains rules that allows us to block request patterns associated with exploiting vulnerabilities specific to the use of PHP, including ingestion of unsafe PHP functions. This can prevent exploitations that allows an attacker to remotely execute code or commands. The third is AWS Managed Rule Linux rule set. It contains the rules that allows us to block request patterns associated with exploiting vulnerability specific Linux include LFI attacks. This prevents attacks that expose file content or execute code for which the attacker should not have access. The next is the rate limit load balancer we have manually created. It has set a limit of 100 requests, that is from a single IP. So if it's exceed more than 100, it will block the request. Moving to code part, we are preventing SQL ingestion by two methods. The first method is SQL ingestion prevention, and second is by a predefined function called real escape string. In SQL ingestion prevention, we are a set of symbol like slash, comma, and set of words like drop, delete, insert, select, or update. If any of these words or symbols are detected, it will pop a message like SQL ingestion detected, and a mail is sent to the admin. Second method is SQL ingestion prevention using the real escape string function, which is a predefined function in PHP, which used to prevent SQL ingestion. In the demonstration of attack, for instance, here we are searching for a keyword, select star, and then clicking it to submit. There appear a pop-up message like SQL ingestion is detected. When we click on OK, there we take us to no results found. Along with that, a mail is sent to the admin's email ID with the ingestion attacks details like IP address, SQL query, and the user agent used. When looking into AWS configuration, we started an instance named Capstone Project SOX Technologies, and we can see the instance ID, instance state, and other details like status check, availability zone, and more on. When scrolling down, we can see the IP address, instance states, and here it is running, and the platform we use here is Ubuntu, and the platform details is like Linux. And when we are going forward and checking the more options like security, in security we have two rules. One is inbound rule and another one is outbound rule. In this EC2 instance, in inbound rule, we are allowing only ports 22, 80, and 443. Coming to network, we can see network configurations like IP address, public IP DNS name, and network interface. Next is status check. In status check, we can check the status of our instance. Moving forward and looking into load balancer configuration, we can click on the AWS load balancer, which will display the details of load balancer like status, DNS name, and more on. Next, when going to integration option, we can see the WAF rules which is associated with this load balancer. When looking into AWS WAF rules, we can select the WAF rules from the rules option. We can see the rules which we integrated for this load balancer. Here we can see four rules which are one AWS managed rule SQLi rule, AWS managed rule PHP rule set, AWS managed rule Linux rule set, and rate limit load balancer. When going to the associated WAF resources, there we can see the AWS load balancer is integrated with the details shown resources, type, and region. Going back to the load balancer, we can see the DNS name information which is a record. When moving forward to the route 53 in the host zone, which is Jimmy Simon dotting. In that, we already added a record for the library website, and it shows the load balancer DNS name, which shown earlier. We Group F wrapping up with our project presentation, our heartfelt gratitude and thank you for listening to us.